Welcome to our exploration of 18 cultural festivals in Mexico that have become too commercialized. In this video, we dive into the vibrant traditions that showcase Mexico's rich heritage, from the haunting beauty of Dia de los Muertos to the lively carnival in Mazatlan. While these celebrations once embodied the spirit and customs of local communities, many have transformed into commercial spectacles. Join us as we examine how these festivals have evolved and discuss the impact of commercialization on their cultural significance. 1. Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, Cherry Blossom Skull. Dia de los Muertos is one of Mexico's most iconic celebrations, honoring the cycle of life and death. Traditionally, families would gather to remember and celebrate their deceased loved ones with altars, offerings, and visits to cemeteries. However, in recent years, the festival has become a major tourist attraction, particularly in cities like Oaxaca and Mexico City. Tourists flock to witness the colorful parades and elaborate face paintings, often overshadowing the intimate and spiritual nature of the event. As a result, the commercialization has led to an increase in prices for accommodations, tours, and merchandise, making it challenging for locals to maintain the festival's authenticity. 2. Carnival in Mazatlan face mask. The carnival in Mazatlan was once a joyful celebration rooted in local traditions and community spirit. It featured parades, music, and dance, bringing the community together in a festive atmosphere. Nowadays, the carnival has transformed into a massive commercial spectacle, attracting thousands of party-goers from around the world. The influx of tourists has led to the commercialization of the event, with large corporate sponsorships and flashy displays taking precedence over the original cultural elements. This shift has raised concerns among locals about the loss of the festival's true essence and the impact on the community. 3. Guelaguetza Festival, Oaxaca. Party Popper. The Guelaguetza Festival in Oaxaca is a vibrant celebration of indigenous culture, showcasing traditional music, dance, and crafts from the region. Originally, the festival was a community-driven event, highlighting the rich cultural heritage of Oaxaca's indigenous groups. However, as tourism has grown, so has the commercialization of the Guelaguetza. Ticket prices have soared, and the focus has shifted towards attracting international visitors rather than preserving the authenticity of the cultural experience. This commercialization has sparked debates about the balance between cultural preservation and economic benefits. 4. Festival Internacional Cervantino, Guanajuato. Face mask. The Festival Internacional Cervantino in Guanajuato began as a showcase of classical and folk arts, celebrating the works of Miguel de Cervantes. Over the years, the festival has evolved into a massive international event, drawing artists and performers from around the globe. While this expansion has brought diversity and global recognition, it has also led to commercialization, with the festival sometimes feeling more like a tourist attraction than a cultural celebration. As a result, the original focus on Cervantes' works and traditional arts has been somewhat diluted. 5. La Guelaguetza, Oaxaca. Fallen Leaf. La Guelaguetza is another celebration of indigenous traditions in Oaxaca, highlighting the customs and dances of the region's various ethnic groups. Despite its deep-rooted cultural significance, the festival has faced increasing commercialization. The emphasis on entertainment for tourists has raised concerns about the erosion of the event's authenticity. Local artisans and performers often find themselves competing with commercial vendors and large-scale productions, which can overshadow the genuine cultural expressions that the festival seeks to preserve. 6. Festival de la Cerveza, Beer Festival, Beer. What began as a small celebration of Mexican brewing culture, the Festival de la Cerveza has grown into a major commercial event. Initially, it was an opportunity for local breweries to showcase their craft and for beer enthusiasts to explore Mexican brewing traditions. However, the festival now hosts large corporate beer brands, shifting the focus towards commercialization and profit. This shift has led to concerns about the marginalization of small, independent breweries and the loss of the festival's original community-centered spirit. 7. Fiestas de San Fermín, Chihuahua. Man running. The Fiestas de San Fermín in Chihuahua are known for their bull run and lively celebrations, rooted in cultural and religious traditions. Originally, the festival was a local event, bringing the community together in a display of faith and heritage. However, over time, it has become a commercialized party, attracting large crowds and losing some of its cultural significance. The focus on entertainment for tourists has overshadowed the religious and cultural aspects that were once at the heart of the festival. 8. Dia de la Independencia, Independence Day, Mexico. Mexico's Independence Day is a significant national holiday, celebrating the country's freedom and independence. Traditionally, it was a day of patriotic pride, with parades, fireworks, and family gatherings. In recent years, however, the holiday has become overly commercialized, with flashy displays and corporate sponsorships dominating the festivities. This commercialization has led to concerns that the focus on national pride and heritage is being overshadowed by commercial interests and consumerism. 9. Festival de la Canción, San Remo, musical notes. The Festival de la Canción in San Remo was once a celebration of Mexican music and culture, showcasing local talent and traditional musical styles. However, the festival has become increasingly commercial, with a greater emphasis on global pop stars and corporate sponsorships. This shift has led to concerns about the marginalization of traditional Mexican music and the loss of the festival's original cultural focus. As a result, the event has become more about entertainment and profit than preserving and promoting Mexican musical heritage. 10. La Feria de San Marcos, Aguascalientes, roller coaster. La Feria de San Marcos in Aguascalientes began as a celebration of agricultural and livestock traditions, highlighting the region's rural heritage. Over the years, the fair has morphed into a giant commercial event, featuring concerts, rides, and heavy corporate influence. While the fair continues to attract large crowds, the commercialization has raised concerns about the dilution of its original purpose and the impact on local traditions. The focus on entertainment and profit has overshadowed the agricultural and cultural aspects that were once central to the event. 11. Festival Internacional de Jazz de la Riviera Maya Sax. The Festival Internacional de Jazz de la Riviera Maya is a renowned music event, attracting jazz enthusiasts from around the world. While the festival itself remains focused on jazz, the influx of tourists and big corporate sponsorships has shifted its focus. The event has grown into a commercial spectacle, with more emphasis on attracting international visitors and generating revenue. This commercialization has led to concerns about the marginalization of local jazz musicians and the loss of the festival's original artistic and cultural focus. 12. Festival de la Virgen de la Candelaria, Tlacotalpan, Cherry Blossom. The Festival de la Virgen de la Candelaria in Tlacotalpan is deeply connected to religious traditions, celebrating the patron saint of the town. Traditionally, it was a local event, featuring processions, music, and dance. However, the rise in tourism has led to commercialization, with large-scale concerts and tourism-driven activities overshadowing local traditions. This shift has raised concerns about the erosion of the festival's cultural significance and the impact on the community's religious heritage. 13. Fiestas de la Vendimia, wine harvest festivals, grapes wine. Held in regions like Valle de Guadalupe, the Fiestas de la Vendimia were originally intimate celebrations of the wine harvest, honoring the region's viticultural heritage. In recent years, the festival has exploded in size, becoming heavily commercialized. The focus has shifted towards wine sales and tourism, with large corporate sponsorships and extravagant events taking center stage. This commercialization has led to concerns about the marginalization of traditional harvest customs and the loss of the festival's original community spirit. 14. Festival de la Guelaguetza, San Agustin, musical notes. The Festival de la Guelaguetza in San Agustin was once purely about indigenous music and dance, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the region. However, the festival has transformed into a commercialized tourism attraction, featuring large-scale concerts and sponsorship deals. This shift has raised concerns about the erosion of the festival's authenticity and the impact on the community's cultural traditions. The emphasis on entertainment for visitors has overshadowed the genuine cultural expressions that the festival seeks to preserve. 15. Festival Internacional de Cine de Guadalajara Clapperboard. The Festival Internacional de Cine de Guadalajara is one of Mexico's most prestigious film festivals, showcasing the best of Mexican and international cinema. However, in recent years, the increasing influx of global brands and corporate sponsorship has somewhat overshadowed the festival's artistic and cultural origins. While the festival continues to attract filmmakers and cinephiles from around the world, the commercialization has raised concerns about the impact on the festival's cultural focus and the marginalization of independent filmmakers. 16. Noche de los Rabanos, Night of the Radishes, Hot Pepper. Noche de los Rabanos is a unique festival in Oaxaca, where artisans carve radishes into intricate designs, showcasing their creativity and skill. Originally, it was a local event, attracting residents and visitors to admire the radish sculptures. However, the festival has grown so large that it has become a commercialized event, with ticketed entry and corporate booths. This commercialization has led to concerns about the loss of the festival's original charm and the impact on the local community. 17. Fiesta de la Santa Cruz, Veracruz, Church. The Fiesta de la Santa Cruz in Veracruz is a local religious festival celebrating the Holy Cross, featuring processions, music, and dance. Traditionally, it was a community-driven event, deeply connected to religious and cultural traditions. However, as the festival has gained more attention from tourists, it has become increasingly commercialized, attracting bigger crowds and corporate sponsorships. This commercialization has led to concerns about the loss of the festival's original cultural significance and the impact on the community's religious heritage. 18. Festival del Mariachi, Guadalajara, Musical Notes. Mariachi music is an iconic part of Mexican culture, and the Festival del Mariachi in Guadalajara is a celebration of this musical tradition. However, the festival has become a major commercial event, with sponsorships and international performers diluting the local charm. While the festival continues to attract large audiences, the commercialization has raised concerns about the marginalization of local mariachi musicians and the loss of the festival's original cultural focus.